6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Anything me say a blood clot, law, little fool, you're not ready for the blood clot. Why yo? When you see me say blood clot, fuck on me and me gun them apart. They can't do me nothing, me a talk up. If you think you're bad, just walk up. The whole of them white chalk up, gunshot mark up.
Yo, listen, we've got half an hour. I'm waiting for Finn to come in. There he fucking is. How are you, Pac-Man? Listen, we've only got half an hour, so I'm bringing me pal on. Yeah, let's go, Finn. Let's fucking go. I've not done this for a minute. Finn, I'm just waiting on you to click the link for me. Oh, there he is there, right? Got you a big bowsy. Look at the haircut on this fella. He looks more handsome than I do. Yup.
How are you, fella?
How are you doing? I
I'm
like
good.
the haircut.
Thanks very much. I kicked the door in and I said, give me a Simon McGinley now or you're dead. No, honestly.
Anyway, how's the man himself? How are you doing?
I'm not bad. I'm not bad, dude. I'm just back. The missus isn't well, so it's been a bit of a up and down, you know. Oh.
Yeah, nah, I get it, bro.
Like, I'm trying, like, what I mean by that is that's a literal question. Like, there's a lot of things going on in my mind, but I'm putting a brave face on. Something.
Well, bro, that's all we have to do sometimes. That's all we can do, you know. I don't know what this new stream, yeah, there's all new features on it and stuff like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But any plans for the weekend, Finn?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my camera. Well, the thing is, we're lucky. The kids, their dad is in their life, and he's not an alcoholic or a drug addict. He's a normal guy, and he sees them. He sees them quite regularly. So this weekend they're with us. Teddy, hold on, Joe. Teddy, Teddy. Sorry, it's all going off here, Joe. It's all kicking off here, Joe. I'm sorry if you got kicked out. But the little dog would be barking his arses off, and I have to get it sorted. How's everybody? I'm on Jude's Live. I'm famous. Teddy. Yeah. What happened? No. What happened? Well,
Sorry about that, Finn.
That's okay.
Will you fuck off with this celebrity shit? Hey.
No, come here. No, but the thing is, you know, I can't be afraid to say it because it's all a bit of a joke and a laugh. But you know what? A lot of people tune into you, Jude, every fucking day. Every fucking day, people look forward to hearing your advice on the day ahead. So, to me, I don't give a fuck who says it. To me, you're a celebrity, okay?
Oh, Finn, you're getting sentimental in your old age, bro.
I know. Well, you know what?
Listen, do you know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to yourself, your missus, the kids, be you, coming up to me, Mars, having a bit of fucking dinner, leave the girls and the kids in the garden for an hour, and the Etihad is just there.
Yes, yeah.
You know.
No,
but on Monday,
and it's a trip time.
You know.
Sorry, the trip we're definitely planning like for when the kids are off school.
Finn, all day, yeah, I've been waiting on a bud, right? And I had enough for a couple of spliffs called Cookie Crumble or some bullshit like that. And it's a bit harsh on the throat, so I don't know what it is. It's a flavour, but it's fucking nice.
Yeah.
But many subs you on, Finn?
Well, I tell you what, Jude, right? I'm sorry, I'm sitting a bit far away from the camera. That's why I'm a bit weird like that. I'm blind as a bat. My channel in the last 48 hours more has skyrocketed. I had 1,700 people in my life today. 1,700 people.
I told you this, you see. And what you're going to do is, like I said, you brought, like, I wouldn't have known Mousy for you, only for you. I wouldn't have known Jono. That Daryl has sent me a couple of messages. And Finn, you're
Yeah.
networking. You're getting it. Do you understand? And what you don't understand is, you have an audience now. And it's like, you can talk about whatever you want as long as you keep it 100 and just be your fucking self.
And and you're right, and if there's empowerment, this is what I mean. There is empowerment behind that. There's someone that's weaker than me and you. There's someone that's only on day one or week one or whatever it is, and they can't see what we see, they can't feel what we feel, and that's why.
Yeah.
But when you come on YouTube, is what I mean is it's just a little snippet of to give someone a voice, to give someone friends, to give someone, And I know you have to take a pinch of salt with YouTube, but let's call a spade a spade. You came onto YouTube because you were lonely. I was lonely.
Exactly.
I was lonely. I was 3 months into it, my recovery. Never had Snapchat, all that shit in my life. And then
Yeah.
I met him, and I literally said, "Now, hold on a minute, he sounds like me. He looks like me." You know what I mean? And I said, "Okay, what's different between Jude and
Whoa, whoa,
myself?"
whoa, whoa, whoa. You're
You
more
know?
handsome than I am.
Oh, well, ask me, Mrs. That.
You
But
know what?
like,
Hey, can I just stop you there for 1 minute? I have a hat that would go perfect with that outfit you were in. One
I was down.
second, Finn. Hey. Finn, look.
I see it. I see it. Yeah.
It's the exact same colour as your t-shirt, bro.
Good. Yeah. This is why they make them, so they can make tracks. They sell it all separate. 65 for a
Finn,
t-shirt.
many subs you on at the minute.
I'll tell you right now. I think I'm on 453.
Fuck yes.
I think I'm up 63% in the past 7 days. So
You see, I knew that you could do this. It's just like at the end of the day, I've been around YouTube 7 years and I just didn't want to see you fall in the same trap that I did.
uh-huh.
Like I believed in a few people when I come on here, Finn. You see, I didn't know nothing about YouTube, so I was willing to pay membership fees to a few channels, no names. Fighting Irish Jerry, the Cesspit, Ronan's. I was paying £83 a month, and you know what? I used to buy them coffee and on a regular basis because I didn't know nothing about YouTube, and there was geezers on here that have been on here 3 times the length I have, and I learned a couple of things from them, Finn, but it cost me money.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get a fucking shout out. And Finn, I've done my research on YouTube. I've researched 52 channels, and 51 of them in our circle that are monetized, charge people. Hey, hello. I don't be getting around the bleeding camera. There's loads of weirdos on here, darling.
I'll be with you in a minute. I'm taking a shower in a minute. Sorry.
Hey, thank God she doesn't look like her daddy, what?
Yeah, she knows Jude. Every time she hears you, she wants to come in and look. You see.
Yeah.
No, but
You
you're
listen
right.
to your dad there. You've got a great father. You've got a great role model. Listen to him. And to your teachers and your peers.
You can't. I'm smoking. You hold on, Jude, 1 second. You can't pay this.
Yeah, go on, you're good.
Hold on, it's dirty cigarette. You have to go after this. It's dirty cigarette.
Yeah,
Right?
listen to me. You listen to your teachers, okay? And listen to your mum and dad, right? Because they love you loads, okay? Right, go on, scram, you midget.
Yeah, go
Hey.
on. I'll see you in a baby. I'll be in 2 minutes.
Go on, shout out to little Finn.
Yeah.
No, Finn, listen to me. Between me, I have this fucking thing in me head where I'm like, right, Finn's channel is flying. It's like now, I always said to you, you're like a beacon for the Irish community. I said it before you got on 100 subs, and I said, one day, you're going to hit your 100, you're going to hit 200, you're going to hit 300. Did I not say that?
You did.
Now, you believe in yourself. You've taken the baton. It's like a fucking relay, and you're representing the Irish community. You speak about mental health, addiction, and fucking suicide. Like I said, I was like, Finn, you have to understand something to me, right? Pablo helped me. get past £290,000 of me dad's money that me mum unfortunately lost because she was drunk, right? All the time, yeah. And
Oh,
Pablo helped me get past that, and I was like, if Pablo helped me, I'm willing to help somebody. Now, I didn't know nothing about YouTube Studio or analytics or fuck all like that. I had to learn. So this
yeah,
is why I always say, when it comes to mental health channels, the more Dublin people that come in and out of here, Finn, between me, you, Mousy, Spencer,
Andrew.
Pablo, a few others,
Yeah, yeah,
we can have a fucking debate maybe twice a week where, and we'll do it on your channel, not mine. It's like, because if we do a stream yard on yours, you're likely to get more fucking subs. And I told you, when you make all them videos, bro, they go all around the world, and people say to me, Jude, how the fuck did you get nearly 2,000 subs in a year? I'll
yeah.
tell you how. I was networking. I have friends that have channels all around the world, Finn. I'll go in, I'll say hello. They might post me link. And like I said, I reached out to everyone in Ballyfermot. I put a notice on my Facebook. I said to everybody I've ever grew up with, I need a favour off you. I have a YouTube channel called Straightouttaballyer. And you know what? According to analytics, Finn, yeah, 1,500 people from Ballier are sub to me.
That's good. And I want to tell you this, right? Why is it that as soon as you start opening your mouth about this, every day in the newspaper I'm reading, Ballyfermot, man's charged, man extradited from Ballyfermot. I'm thinking it's all going down fucking now. You know what I mean? It's all going down now. It's still going on in Ballier every day in the newspapers.
Finn,
And what
Finn,
excites me, right? Hold on. What excites me is the fact that I grew up on the fence of I wanted to know what it was like in Cherry Orchard. I wanted to know what it was like to be with them guys. And now I've met someone who can tell me and still say you're a better dad or a better person away from that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's very
Finn,
interesting
look,
to me.
my pals, some of our dads worked, bro. Our parents didn't send us out to commit crime. It's just like mob mentality. When you're with a group of over 40 people on an average night, and a rob car is coming up and they're getting chased by the police, next of all, the police are getting whacked over with bottles, bricks, everything. And sometimes they got stuck, and a few times they got their ass whooped.
Uh,
Now, mine, like I said, up in Cherry Orchard, a lot of my old friends allegedly used to steal cars. I'll tell you one of them, Jay Dunn, rest in peace. I grew up with him in fucking in the flats in Bluebell, and we all moved up to Cherry Orchard. But I'll tell you what, he was a good driver. Do you know what he did one night, Finn? Wait till you hear this. You know the way you make a bonfire every Halloween?
yes.
It was stacked like the fucking Eiffel Tower, pallets, beds, sofas, tires, right beside Sempre, right?
Yeah. Union Jack on the
The
top.
mad cunt. 10 o'clock at night, robbed car, doing handbrakers and donuts next to the fucking car, or next to the big bonfire. Do you know what the mad cunt did? Drove straight into it, thought he'd go through it, and it collapsed on top of him. We were all trying to pull the shit off him, otherwise he would have been burnt to death. I got burnt that night. You know,
Jesus. Yeah, it's been crazy, but like when we were growing up, Coolock or whatever, my area was a bit posher than Coolock. I'm from Donamead, which is literally 5 minute, 10 minute walk from Coolock. But basically,
Finn, do you know I was born on Donna's Road in Kilbarrack?
that's where my dad's from. I stepped to St. Donna's Road. That's where my family's from,
Yeah. Now,
And
we stayed there for 6 weeks. I'm sure that was it. And then we moved to Fatima, and the rest is history, bro. Look,
uh,
all my life I've had fucked up people come to me in my dreams, Finn, and it's draining. And sometimes you get tired of being tired. And I can speak about like psychosis and complex post-traumatic stress disorder because I'm a survivor of suicide. I'm not a
yeah,
victim, and it's taken nearly everything from me. And I was given a few coping strategies, simple little fucking things like every day when you get up, give yourself a mark between 1 and 10. Like, I don't know whether you keep a diary or not, Finn, but if you try it for 28 days where every day you put a number, it puts things into perspective. It's
Uh-huh.
like, and you start seeing things different, you know?
Yeah, you do. And I want to just add, a big part of what I see on your YouTube is being a father. And I've grown more in the 2 years that I've lived with 3 children than I've ever. Like, some men out on street corners think they're men. But, like, how do you console your daughter when she's up late at night with it? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, it takes, as I said, this is why the admiration comes from me, is you might have the friends and all these things to be a gangster, but you want to be a dad.
Harry and Mousy. Well,
You want to be,
Finn, I'll be honest with you. All my life, I grew up with tough guys, as you know, right? Allegedly. Uh,
mm,
when you live in Cherry Orchard for nearly 10 years, like, I moved up there at 10 and I palled around on a corner, like, and the corner, it was more convenient for all my pals to come up because the mass couldn't see them, like nicking cars and burning them out allegedly. And Finn, I went back and I used to say to myself, like, we didn't give a bollocks. Like, that car could have belonged to a family man who has a job, who goes to work, and we fucking took his car allegedly and burned it. You
yeah.
know,
And
uh,
only when you're old, you realise this, dude, though. Like, how many times you're standing around and someone says, "Oh, I nicked this last night. I got a few tills last night over fan." You think nothing of it. But what about that poor fellow who had to take out a loan out of the credit union? You know what I mean? And he's struggling. He only has £100 each month in his pocket. He's got 2 kids. He needs them tills. Do you know? I know you know this. I was shocked by this, right? A builder's tool bag. A fucking general tool bag. 2 grand. 2 grand. You could say they're worth just for the builders. Like, tool bag. It's a lot of money, and us
yeah,
criminals think that's sold for a score rock. A score rock that's sold for. Are you
it's
okay?
madness. Yeah,
But
it's
it gives us a
madness.
better perspective, Jude, when you walk away from it and look in the mirror, and I mean really walk away from it. The friends, the places, the respect, all of these people you think you have. It's hard to do, and you're left vulnerable. People think, how are you vulnerable? You don't walk or you don't do drugs.
Yeah,
Hold on a minute. Everything I'm familiar with, I left behind. Everything I'm familiar
yeah.
with. Not in a gangster way, but you're always on the pinch, whether it's the tax man, whether it's your mate that just tipping in
Finn,
100 quid
you
for.
know what? You can't be peace of mind, and it's like if you're not humble and noble by the time you hit my age, bro, you know, sometimes men, because of our egos and our pride and our principles, we sacrifice our happiness over our ego and our principle. And it's like all I want to do now, Finn, is just be a good dad, a good grandfather,
Yeah.
and live my life again, you know, and getting me teeth done or making changes in my life, Finn,
Mm.
you know. Uh, and I'm doing it
And
not
the
just
book,
for me, I'm doing it for the family. I'm taking one for the team, bro. I'm a
yeah,
good team player.
yeah, and this book is not like a journal of a guilt. It's basically it's a burden you carry, like Jesus carried that cross up the hill. It's a burden you carry every day,
Yeah,
and you want to share with people that you can make it to 51, even though you hurt every single day. You can make. I'm 36. I never thought I wanted to kill myself before I was 30. Now I'm 36. You know what I mean? And
and Finn,
I've got this
it's a
little one.
lonely road, isn't it? Because you start telling yourself that you've no value, you've no self-worth, and nobody's gonna miss you. And do you know how fucking gone I was, right? I didn't leave a note because I was thinking, well, if I leave a note, I'm gonna worry them, like, you know. And what I didn't realise was if I had a succeeding, I had a near miss by about that much. I said to myself, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke a load of coke and then I'm going on the railway to choke. And choke, I fucking did, you know. I love
Yeah,
my daughter, but I got drowned like it was water, like I was in Guantanamo Bay. And
yeah.
God was
Well,
with me that night, bro. He didn't want me to go, and there's a reason why. Because I become a grandfather for the first time a few years later, and then I ended up meeting me fucking chick, bro. And I be
yeah,
honest with you, I think that
It's
Women have there's a lot of good women out there, and a good man needs a good woman, Finn, as you know.
yeah,
You know,
and
Lisa. How you
the,
quavers? Lisa is like my rock, bro.
and the
Hey,
stereotypical
she's like me pipe. Do you get me?
yeah, the stereotypical thing is we always say there's a good woman
Like,
behind it. But what
like
I like to
Finn,
say, I've a
you've
couple
got
of things.
years on me, bro. You're 36, I'm 51 this year, you know, and you're smart. Like I said, when I said to you, Finn, I believe in you. Before you got your first 100 subs, I said to you, Finn, your channel will fucking pick up, and it's like you just look when you start your channel and you see on YouTube Studio and Analytics, you can see your progress, your growth. You can see who's watching you from wherever. But hey,
Yeah,
Finn, do you know anything about a geezer called King Von in Chicago, a rapper?
I do, and I have two opinions on him. One
He's a
is
fucking
that
serial killer.
yeah, one is the fact is we all like a beat, right? The music, a beat comes on and we play blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah. But that man, right? All his homies and friends that hugged him every day and picked him up, they knew he was a
yeah,
mud, you know. And at the end of the
yeah.
day, you can't
10
live on the fence.
bodies.
Yeah, you can't live on the fence though. So, you know, he done wrong. He took someone's daughter, someone's son away. So
Yeah,
I don't big someone
well,
up like King Bon my
and
ass.
you know what? He released this song and he said, like, basically in the song, if he gets caught slipping or sliding, it's in how one of his boys did it. Now, I believe this is just my opinion, Finn, but you know, fucking little Duck, yeah, his
Yeah,
dad was a real G back in Chicago back in the day, like Frank Lucas status. And
yeah,
Frank
yeah,
Lucas went away in '73, an American gangster, right?
yeah,
How are you, Jordan? But guys, listen, normally I don't do this, but I said to Finn, you know what? One night, myself, Finn, Mousy Spencer, uh, and like Jono's the dub, like I said, the
yeah.
more dubs, like I said, Finn, I remember, yeah, before you got your first 100, and I said, Finn, in 28 days, you wait and see your channel grow. If you keep making shorts, doing your fucking lives, and you're bringing people in, do you understand? And I'm proud of you, bro, I really am.
Well, thanks very much. And as I said, guys, if anyone's listening, me and Jude just decided to do the sport at the moment because I have to bring her up for a shower now in a minute. So the little one, usually I give her a bath, but I'm giving her a shower
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Okay, big respect to you, Jude. Thanks for taking the time to you know, little old me. You give me a lot of confidence in myself. You know, to
No,
be a
well, listen,
human
good. Well,
being.
you should be confident, cause look where you've come from. You're not perfect. You're not afraid. I seen you coming a mile away, bro, that week. I was like, this kid is either a lying cunt or he's a gem. It's like, and I can help him.
Yeah,
And because you're brutally honest on some of the things you said, I was like, I was like, at the time I thought you and Tank were the same person.
yeah,
Now, in all fairness, Tank caused a ripple between me and a lad Alan that I know in Liverpool years, Flavors, right? Now, something was played in Flavors Live and I got a bit fucking stroppy and upset about it. But like I said, I wasn't going to fall out with Flavors over Tank. And
yeah,
Tank kept pushing me. And I know he's in the live watching me. Bro, listen to me. You're meant to be one of our comrades, yeah? And I know you sit in my live on a different ID. You made me choose. And I didn't want to choose, Finn, but you have to understand something, yeah? When I first come on YouTube, I didn't know nothing about it. I reached
yeah,
out to a few scousers, one being Flavors, one being Exposure TV. Danny Christie reached out to me before he fought Decker Heggie. And he said to me, Jude, I'd love to make some content with you. Now, at the time, Pablo was like my mentor. Pablo learned me a lot about YouTube. It's just
yeah,
like kind of the bond we have. Look, I'm just
yeah,
trying to help you grow your channel quicker by
yeah,
the methods I've used. Because my way whoops, right?
yeah,
But I said to Pablo, I said, you know what, Pablo, see, Finn, I see it. You know, once he hits 100, then you get two, then you get three, then you get four, then you get five, then you get his first 1,000. And before we know it, it's like you're bringing a lot of Irish people together, you see. And I love that shit, you
and
know.
I have to show Irish D. I was on Irish D's live for the first
Yeah,
time today, and you know what? I've never been attracted to someone's voice, but I'm attracted to her voice. But that's the last I'll say of it. But second of all, she just lost her.
Finn, don't let your fucking missus hear you say that, bro. You're fucking gonna cause murder in your gaff here.
No,
Mrs. Finn, I had nothing to do with it.
but what I
You're
mean
not
is,
getting me into fucking trouble. Fuck no.
no. What I meant is, she's trying to have a like she's out trying to do what Mousie's doing, but yet
Yeah,
she buried her brother a month ago.
Finn,
And I
you
just thought,
see Mousy. You see
yeah,
Mousy's channel, Finn. I fucking love it. I'll watch it the odd time, and I'll go in and I'll say hello. And you know what? Sometimes there's like 200 people in the live, and he'll always let on to me when I go in and all. You know what I mean? And it's like, because of you, I I I get on with Mousy, and it's like I love what he does. He's a fellow content creator just like you are, and I believe that one night we're gonna do a panel on your StreamYard, Finn, yeah. And what'll happen is start bringing 2, 4, 6 Irish people, and in 6 months you will have a fucking your channel fly. And Finn, you've started to push shit in your descriptions, right? So I want to tell you this now. Every
yeah,
video you make, put as many people's names and channels that are good people in the description. They'll get a notification that you're tagging them in this. So you're giving them exposure. You're
yeah,
giving them. Do you
yeah.
understand what I mean? And it's a team effort here.
It
It's
is.
like, and I'm a good captain.
You know, sorry to interrupt you. I'm very lucky, Jude. I said it on my lives in the last few days. Is for an average guy who went onto YouTube, I've been shown nothing but love and respect, like, and genuinity, like. So, you know, and that gives me hope about not killing myself because there's fucking love in the world.
Well, Finn,
You know what I
I
mean?
want
Like,
you to hear me. Listen to me. Many kids have you got.
there's three.
Right then. So, how about this? I want you to take this on board. If you fucking hurt yourself, yeah, your kids and your missus on the fucking door, bro. Yeah. And the copper is gonna do that. Now, me, you, Lena, and Raymond, we've thought about ending our life. We've probably had near misses, but Finn, ever
Mm.
since that train ran over me. Imagine this for a headline. Irishman goes to take his life on a railway line and gets waterboarded. Like, and it's like that's the way you have to look at it. It's like, and God didn't want me that night, and the reason I know that is because a few years down the line, I've become a granddad for the first time, and this is what I'm saying. If I had a succeeding in my attempt, it was my kids getting a knock at the door. Do you
Yeah,
know, Finn, of every 1 in 8 kids who are a survivor of a parent who took their life, 1 in 8 kids go on to take their life?
yeah.
But
I
can I
didn't
just
know
say
that,
this
but
real quick? See Mousy's channel, Finn. I fucking love it. Just
yeah,
like I love yours, because I see the same quality in myself, yourself, Mousy. We're all fucking, we're all patriots and what have you, but out of
exactly.
everybody's channel, like I said, 20 odd thousand subs, I love what he does,
Yeah,
you
and you
know.
know, and you know what? 20,000 subs without being violent, bigging people
Yeah,
down, or you
yeah,
know what I mean, with Gucci
yeah.
on. You know what I mean? It's literally Dublin streets and Dublin's issues. You know,
Well,
or
bro,
so.
I
But
look up to his channel. I think I can learn a lot from Mousy,
abs-
just by watching his lives. And it's like, yeah,
yeah, and you have to
Finn,
get,
we're alive, right? You've got
yeah,
a fucking decent woman. You have kids, right? Now,
yeah.
if you ever harm yourself, bro, you have to understand something. Your kids are going to grow up with mental health like us. Do you want that?
No, and that's the thing. You have to be
I
comfortable with
know you don't.
comfortable. You know, you
You
have
know.
when you're a
But
dad.
Finn, listen to me. Age, trust me, you'll understand when you hit 50. But know this. Once you hit 40, you start thinking different. Like Finn, I remember my dad coming in on my ex-partner's 21st birthday, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had something in the house the day before. I was at there winning the lottery in a way, because I got a bag and it was full of ounces. And the next morning, my door went in, and my whole life shattered. And I was in jail, and these geezers were shouting at me, saying how they were gonna like hurt me. They said, "See you, you're getting blinded. You know, I wouldn't eat any food in here. You never know what's in it. You know, bro, trying to shake me." And he
Yeah.
did that, and I was like, I went back to my cell and I got sick. And I prayed on the ground while I was just sick everywhere. And I'm like, please, God, if you're up there, if you get me out of here with at least one of my eyes, I'll dedicate my life to my son. I'm not perfect. I broke the law. I've sold drugs. I did wrong things. I've had guns in my house where my dad found one and had a fucking heart attack. And that was on me. You know, Finn.
I do.
Like, all right, Finn, I'll give it to you another way, right? Let's say your little you have a lad, haven't you?
Well, yeah, we've a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Yeah. Well, Finn, you know what? What I've learned is our children want to be like us, right? We're their hero. We set the standards.
Yeah. And that's the magic. That's the magic of having that little one. What you just said there is, I'm going to give her a shower now, but that shower is the most fun shower. Like, it means so much. And to be a part of that, giving up that life
Yeah.
to have that is what we're trying to tell people. Like, you
Yeah,
know what
man.
I mean? Like, when I get
Well,
down, I'm going
Finn,
to...
listen, I
You
won't
know?
be staying much longer, bro. But like I said, listen to me. I've unfinished business on here. This has never been about money for me. I said I won't ask people to hit the like button. See Pablo. I confide in Pablo. And, like, I spoke to Pablo about you a long time ago, and Pablo's like, Finn's a good fella, and I seen the quality in you, and I know before you had 100 subs, you have a different energy now because you're. And guys, do me a favour, yeah? If you're not sub to this fucking handsome fella, can you go and do it for me? You know. Rob Lee, listen, you fucking brummy bastard. When are you coming to Manchester? In fact, Mousy, if you're ever in fucking Manchester, look me up. I'll bring you to me mammy's. She's not there, but I'll do the dinner. That's fair. Nah, Finn, listen to me, yeah? If you fucking rang me one day, and I'll need to send you my bleeding number, I'll change it again. So, it's like if you rang me and said, bro, I'm in Manchester, I'd be like, right here, you're coming to me, Mars. I'm going to make you some food. We're going to go over to the Etihad and make a little bit of fucking content and enjoy the day. I'm going to ask Lee to come over. Like I said, on the 9th, I have to go back and get all my teeth taken out. And Finn, listen to me. Have you heard me saying on many occasions, I don't want to forget where I'm from?
Yes, I do.
I'm ready now.
Yeah, I'm glad and I'm delighted, dude. I'm delighted because it means so much. There's hidden layers. You're like an onion right now out of Shrek. You've lots of layers. But the thing is, it's not just about...
Fuck me, bro. Shrek? Really? Well, you could have said fucking Willy Wonka or fucking Skippy the Bush Kangaroo or something.
No, but you know what I mean?
Fucking Shrek. Cheers, bro.
Layers. I'm trying to get... what I'm saying is, I had this in my life the other day, right? I'll keep this quick. Is right. Okay, we know he's getting his Nashers done. Well, ask someone, why are you getting Nashers done? Oh, so I can eat this. No, you're not getting it done just so you can eat it. You're getting it done because it's a drastic change and improvement to who you are and what your kids see every single day. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger
Finn,
than I just want to have teeth. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot bigger.
I'll tell you something, yeah. Our kids, where I grew up and where you grew up and where Mousy grew up and where Jono grew up and where Pablo grew up, we all know somebody that was selling drugs, right? And it's like, I'll be honest with you, as a father, I don't know what I do. Like, Finn, I have to tell you this, right? Many years ago, I done something really stupid on a few occasions. Allegedly, I minded stuff. I was given it in a parcel, told not to touch it. Don't fucking look in it. Fucking telling you don't look in it. I know if you look in it. So, a few times, I get like £50 or a bit of weed, bit of hash to mind it, allegedly. And what this particular night, curiosity got the better of me, right? So I'm sitting in not me mammy's room, I'm sitting in my room, yeah. I locked the door, yeah. It's like, I unraveled this thing, yeah, and I'm not joking you, right? It was like 3 fucking big bars of hash, right? And loads of broken bits, yeah, and fucking what have you and all. And I knew there was no fucking way that they'd be able to know. So I fucking took the odd bit out, yeah, and then when I'd hand it back, they'd give me about the same amount. And then a couple of other times I opened it up, and I'm not going to say what was in it, but my dad worked in a hospital and he used to have loads of them sterile gloves, so I had to put gloves on in order to take out what was in this parcel. And over a certain period of time, like when I was a kid, my uncle, he used to read these books on weapons and how to take them apart. And, oh, Finn, wait till you hear this, right? I took one apart one night, yeah, and I was left with 4 bits.
And you were thinking, what? They're going to know now.
No, but I had to open it and fucking I found it. But I was awake at 6 o'clock in the morning, man. And I got a phone call at 10 to say, here, dude, I need that parcel. I'm thinking, I'm fucked. Like, you know, I can't say I dropped it. But Finn, my dad ended up having a heart attack. He found it. My dad found a weapon, bro, and it's like, I could see the look of fucking disappointment in his eyes, you know. And with content, he said to me, you know what? I'm so fucking ashamed of you. Who owns it? I can't tell you that. Well, then I'm bringing it to the police station. You can't do that, Dad. I'll do what I fucking want. I said, Dad, I don't want to fight you. You know, it's like, but if you bring that to the police station, we'll have to move.
Yeah.
I made a big mistake, and only I can fix this, I promise you. I'll never do anything ever again. You know, it's like he said, even in my grave, you know, and I was like, even in your grave, I won't do anything to disappoint you, you know. But Finn, like I said, right, I've a lot of time for Mousy, I've a lot of time for Pablo. Rob Lee has always been here from the start. Quavers, Rob Lee always used to go in the cesspit. I wish I never went on that fucking channel. You know, it's like, but everything I say, Finn, it's like I don't say it because it's just memories, you know. Like, oh yeah, before I go, wait till you hear this for a belter. So, wait till you hear this, Finn, right? So one particular weekend, I got 500 LSD. Purple ohms, they were called, right? Finn, the card was about that size, look, right? And I got strips, right?
Yeah.
Wait till you hear this. So, a friend of mine asked me to mind them, right? So, someone said, Jude, I need you to get minding and to get finding, because you need a new hiding spot. Anyway, so my sister at the time was 6 or something like that. I was like, what, 15, 16. And well, you hear this, Finn, have a guess where I hid them? In a dollhouse that she hadn't played with for months, right?
Oh, fuck's sake, yeah.
So I hear this, right? So there was a few hundred of them, right? So I get home, Finn, I'm not joking, yeah. I walked in the door, yeah. She's sitting on the ground with the dollhouse, yeah. And you know what she was doing? You know the strips? She ripped them all up. Finn, if she'd have put one of them in her mouth,
it would be mashed dead.
I was only 15, but this is the thing. Well, you hear this? There was 500 of them. And I'm like, hang on a minute. There's only 360 here. You know, me man said to me, I was in there hoovering. How do you tell your man? Me dad's like, what the fuck have you done? I know you've done something. I said, listen, you don't understand. They're not mine. And if I haven't got the money for them, they'll come here.
Yeah. Well,
and the crazy bitch that grabbed us, tell you,
Oh,
Oh,
I have to go. I have to go bring her up to the shower. But I want to say
yeah,
this. I remember getting a phone call off my ma, right? Now, I have a brother. I don't speak about much, but I'll tell you when we're in person.
yeah,
But, and I got a phone call saying, I actually got a photo, a video of her flushing like 500 E's down the toilet. And she
yeah,
said to me,
wow,
honest to God, and my ma was like, I don't know what, I'm scared. I'm scared. So I had to go to my ma's and pick up a key of weed and the other
yeah,
500 E's and carry them
yeah.
down the road. Now, I hadn't lived with my man about 4 years, hadn't spoke to her, but she wanted them out of the house because I had to have the phone call. I was like, don't flush more. Do not flush more. I was like, they were 20 quid a pop. I was like, I know you hate us, but you don't understand. I'm going to have to get 1,000 more of them. So, honestly, I remember the look of shame I had to do when I had to go in and take the bag off me man, have a chat with her and all. I haven't seen you in 3 years, you little junkie. And then walk out with the door with that. Jeez. But anyway, I have to bring the
Man,
baby to the bath, right?
me and you need to fucking listen. We need to catch up another time. But thanks very much for coming in, brother. And listen to me. You keep doing what you're doing. You're smashing it. You know that.
Thanks
And
very
I'm
much.
proud of you. I'm
Thanks
proud of
very
you,
much.
comrade.
I
Go
appreciate
on,
it.
you fuck off and go do what thing. Go on, I love you, brother. And I'll talk to you later or tomorrow.
Before I go, I'm an SOB. I'm an SOB.
Oh, fucking right. Yeah, we're all SOBs. Go on. I'm gonna fuck you out. Go on. Go on. You power that. Shout out to Finn, guys. Like I said, Finn's like my protege in a way. Pablo was mine, and I needed to choose somebody. And Finn, he's got everything. He's got a great personality. People gravitate towards honesty and brutally honest. And myself, Finn, and a few of the other Dublin lads, we're gonna fucking open a panel. Fuck the cesspit. We'll smoke it. All I need to do is to bring certain people on, and here. Bill and I will come. Jude MacDonald is on him. Dumb. Down your fucking veil, bugle. See, she is. Good. Now, listen to me. Remember when I told you I lost my education? I got it back. Slowly. Psychology set me free. But anyway, Mousy, if you're still in here, give us a thumbs up if you're up for it one night. Myself, you, Finn, Spencer. I'm trying to get Gibbo on. I know you know Harpo. I might see can I get him to jump on. But if not, there's a couple of other lads up there, you know what I mean, that'll jump on. But like I said, education's a way forward, guys. We set the standards and our children look for us for leadership. You understand? And how to be a man, you know. Listen to your teachers, your coaches, your peers, your mentors. People that have done it. And whoops. Nah, Robert Lee, I'll appreciate it when you show your big fucking head with Raymond and with Benji Wagwan. Suck your mum done. Me and Benji, as soon as he gets off the plane, I'm gonna hear say, suck that with a water bomb. Fuck off. Here's a towel for you, bro. Sorry about that. He might crack me in the face, but fuck it. It's only a dig. But like I said, if you come to see me, you're my guest. There's only a few people off here, like Finn is like a little brother to me. And before he had his first 100, I seen it. I was like, because he speaks very honest and brutally about addiction, surviving suicide ideology and mental health. I've had 93 psychiatric evaluations in my life and I'm just so tired. But like I said, God picked me not to die. 86% of people who try to hang themselves succeed. 14% survive. I hurt my neck when I tried to hang myself, so I didn't want to leave anything. Not uncertainty. I wanted a definite, and the only way to do that without shooting myself at the time was to lay on a railway line. That's how sick I was, you know. But like I said, my mental health has learned me certain things that every day after suicide is extra. Like, I didn't realise I was going to become a granddad in the future and a father again. And that's the reason why the Lord didn't take me. And I'm not one of these wankers on YouTube who fucking start talking about God and people say, oh, he's lost it, he's talking about God. How about this? From a 10-year-old kid, I went to God camp every summer with Dublin Christian Mission to learn. I could read that by the time I was 15. You know, but I walked away from God because he took everybody from me, you know, and I was angry at him, you know. But like I said, I've been neglected, I've been rejected, but I've also been accepted, you know. Like I said, I'm a student of life. I like learning about anything so you can have a conversation with people, you know. Like, a lot of people judge me because of this, but don't let that fool you. I'd be more worried about me right hand and me right foot. But like I said, Rob Lee, Benji, and Raymond, I would like to see them this year. Like, and you know, how are you, Callie? Now, listen to me, guys. If any of my mods are in here that come to Manchester for any specific reason and are anywhere near the Etihad, link me and I'll meet you and we make a bit of content. It doesn't matter who you are, you know. It's like I said, I'm not on here to call people out or to call people names. You know, only insecure people with inferior complexes do that. It's called little man syndrome. You know, I have a great team of people. It's like I'm starting to bring a few Irish people on board, giving a couple of people Spanish, like for instance, John, I don't know him. But the fact that he showed his face and I was listening to a bit of what he said and I was like, right, see him, he'll make a good mod. You know, what Finn's doing is commendable. It's like, I seen it. I can bring out the best in certain people if they listen. And obviously Finn's listened. And like I said, his trajectory on YouTube by Christmas, he'll probably be on his 1,000. And every video I fucking make, I'll put Finn's channel, Pablo's, Mousie's, and everybody else who's sub to the channel. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the only way. Oh, it's froze on me. No, listen, I believe in unity and peace and love. You know, like, I used to be so bitter and twisted. You know, I'm not in denial or delusional. I know I have issues. And until you admit that to yourself, you've no way of making progress or going forward or growing. Some people confuse movement with progress, but it's not. But anyway, listen, I can't see us our fucking messages. I'm gonna bounce. Thanks everyone for coming in. I only opened the stream yet, so I could talk to Finn. You know, like I said, what he's doing at the minute, it's like he's networking and he's bringing people together from all over the place. You know, and I love that. I don't like arguing and carnage. You know, I used to. It's like, and I understand why people think I was a prick when I used to be on the cesspit, but you have to understand something. I had people ringing me, crying, saying, Jude, there's a van load of people outside your door. Well, you don't live in Manchester, mate. I could sort it, no problem. Pick up a phone and I'd have 30 men at your door. Easy. But we deal with things different, you know. I'm a law-abiding citizen, you know, compared to what I was. All I've ever wanted to do was to be good at that. And you know what? Today, my son is 31. Look, anything is possible. Never give up hope. You know, it's like, because one day your son or your daughter is going to produce you with one of them. And, you know, it's a blessing in itself. You have to go through hell in order to try climb out. And speaking of climbing, guys, I'm about to bounce. I'd like to thank every one of you for coming in. I'd like to also thank you for supporting me over the years. Shout out to Finn, he bought me a coffee today. I'm over the moon. You know, like I work so hard, guys, you don't understand. You know, and I've never been a bowsy on YouTube. Anytime I've reacted, it's because other people provoke me. You know, I'm on antipsychotics and antidepressants, and that's not an excuse for me to go off, but I trigger easily. But Flavors, thanks for coming in, chick. So, look, what you reckon, Flavors? Look, do you like the old Sergio? She'll appreciate that, won't you? You know, so today I was like, right, so I'm gonna have to put my hats up there. Yup, you bowsy. Like I said, look, I collect hats, look. You see, look. I collect all kinds of things. Look, Lena sent me that, yeah? Shout out to Tottenham for beating Man United. That's me father's old jersey. He died wearing that. There's his training top. Yeah, that's me old mate. It's right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna end this live, yeah. But I've tried my best. Look, I'm just about to go, but look at like I said, I can't do this on my own. And it's like today when Finn bought me a coffee, it was a little boost because I work hard on this, and there's a lot of people that sent me props. Look, shout out to BCT, he sent me that microphone. Look. Ages ago, Doc sent me the camera, you know, and a few people have sent me props and what have you. Like I said, I want to build this, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's already happening. People that come in and out of my life are starting to open up their own channels, and it's like, it's only going forward from here. Today, I hit 4,800 videos. I'm 200 videos away from 5,000. And I'm 1,200 away from my 5,000 target, and I'll hit it this year because we're going to start doing StreamYards. Myself, Finn, I'm going to try to get Mousy on board. I'm going to try to get a few interesting characters that I grew up with and ask them, do they want to jump on? And if not, like I said, we already have enough people in here to bring on 6 dubs to keep it 100% real. You know, so I'm going to end on that. But I'd like to thank Finn for putting in my link. And like I said here, I'll put it in my fucking self. I work hard on this, and this isn't YouTube. So if you want to buy me a bleeding coffee, there you go. You're welcome. If you want to send me a prop from my channel, like a book or a postcard or a poster or a cap or a scarf, you know, like I said, I collect things. Like, you know, Messi is obviously my favourite number 10 of all time. You know, it's like, he's the GOAT. As far, even though people say Ronaldo, but I collect things, right? I collect hats. You know, like I said, you know, it's like, shout out to Pablo. My fishing gear is ready. But guys, listen, I'd like to thank you all for coming in. And we are out. But right, shout out to Finn for bringing people together. And Finn, thanks for buying me a coffee today, bro. It's nice when people do it, and you'll understand. Like I said, I'm so proud of you. You're nearly on 500 subs. Make as many shorts as you can. Every time you make a short or a video, put everybody's name in the description. You know, and over time, keep writing loads of channels till you have about 100. Copy and paste it, save it in your notes, and that way then you don't have to write it all the way out. You just copy and paste it, and boom, there's another tip for you, right? Now, if you follow this, you followed everything that I've said, Finn. You went from being on 100 to going over to 460 subs in fucking 2 months. Do you understand? Like, you've worked so hard, bro, but like I said, you know what I mean? Now you get it. You know, and if you're not sub to Finn's channel, guys, can you go do it? If you're not sub to Rob Lee's channel and Mousy's channel, can you go do it? If you're not sub to Richard Dowland's channel, could you go do it? Like I said, if you're not sub to Quaver's channel, can you go do it? And fuck Rangers. Shout out to Cali if you're not sub to his channel. Could you go do it, guys? Like I said, there's a lot of good people in here, and a lot of people on YouTube want you to fall out. I'd like to congratulate Liverpool on winning the Premier League. And justice for the 97. You know, you have to know something. I'm a people fan. I'm a football fan. Then I'm a Man United fan. You know, and what happened in Liverpool with that bastard animal? And do you know what? I had an argument with one of my friends. He said he's only they're only scouse cunts. I was like, are you fucking serious? Bro, do you know what? If you say that in front of fuck off there, man, what? Bang! You know, don't say that shit. It doesn't matter whether you are from Liverpool or Timbuktu. There are people there celebrating a parade on this country, that. But anyway, guys, listen to me. I'm going to go. I'd like to thank you all for coming in. I'm coming very soon. Some of Dublin's finest lads are going to come on Finn's channel and mine, and we're going to open up Pandora's box. And Mousy fits that criteria. He's over 20,000 subs, and he's one of us. He's, like I said, man, I'm not going into anybody's business on here, but I've got a lot in common with Mousy. He's around the same age as me. He must be, or a little bit younger. Maybe a couple of years younger, I don't know, but like I said, he's got good characteristics and fits the criteria of having to be on a panel with myself, himself, Finn, Pablo, Spencer, just dubs. Do you understand? And build it and they will come. I have to go, and Jude McDonald is on and done. Got a meal of Margaret for coming in, and Kate Miller for you. Shout out to all the nerds out there, all the trolls. Bugle, down your cunt mouth. Got a meal of Margaret. See the fuck she is, Bugle. I told you. Tunis. Then I'm sitting there and I hear you going, teach your own world, Catagun, Dullamock, Marche, the holy fuck off. Right, guys, I'm away. Thanks for coming in. Shout out to Finn. Thanks for getting me a coffee. Like I said, it's nice when people do that. It's like they believe in you, you know what I mean? And I truly believe that if I didn't charge people membership, that if people want to send you a proper what have you, they'll do it. Because they know you're a noble fella, you know what I mean? Like, I've had people, like I said, send me these, you know, props and stuff, and it's like, I look after them, you know what I mean? Because people send me them, and it's like getting involved. But guys, I have to go. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you all tomorrow. We out. People, I'm sorry you were spinning there, right? I'm gonna go. Like I said, I've not had much sleep last night. I'd like to thank you all for coming in. If you're not sub to Finn's channel, can you go do it? If you're not sub to Mousy Wright's channel, go do it. He's my favourite fucking YouTuber. I'm telling you now, not just in Dublin, in the country. And it's like he does it every fucking day, and I love it. He's a patriot. You know, I was watching videos the other day and I was like, you know what, if I was in fucking town, I'd be meeting Mousy. You know, you'd see us on the 9 o'clock news. Two men end up getting into a few fights with a few Arabs. You know, I mean, next of all, you see magic carpets popping up everywhere, man. Fucking Alibaba is chasing us and we are fucked. They believe they're on the road to paradise. Yeah, I don't want to be on that road. I'd say I want to be on the Silk Road in China. Anyway, shout out to China. I'm one of the biggest exports, tea and coffee. Go on then, I'll have one. God bless you all, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.